Hey people, welcome back. I hope the practicing of the Alankar and the songs posted is going well. I am Vivek, aka the Silent Flautist, and you are watching the Silent Flautist tutorial series. In today's session, we will be having a theory and demonstration of a couple of topics. I will be elaborating on 1. The types of swaras, and 2. The concept of Saptak. Now we have already learned that the swaras are nothing but sound frequencies that are used for music. The notes are always relative to the first note, which is shuddha or sa. The rest of the notes, which are re, rishabh, ga, gandhar, ma, madhyam, pa, pancham, dha, dhaivat, and finally ni, nishad, are just born from the shuddha. Hence it is called the shat janma or shuddha. More information can be found in episode 3 and 4 of this tutorial series. Link is right here. Now let us come to the topic at hand. What are the types of swaras? Now, based on the nature and the position of the swaras, there are two main types of swara. One is the shuddha swara and second is the Vikrut swara. So till date, the swaras that we have been practicing are the shuddha swaras. So this scale in Aroha and Avroha is the Shuddha Swara scale. Now, Shuddha is a term in Sanskrit which means pure. So Shuddha Swara is a term that is used to indicate the natural position of the musical note or swara. The Shuddha Swara is categorized further into two categories based on their capability to exhibit the Vikrut property, that is Achala Swara and Chala Swara. The notes that cannot move from their position are called the Achala Swara. There are only two Achala Swara in the Saptak, which is Sa and Pa. You may find several ancient musical texts and mathematical calculations for Sa and Ma to be the Achala Swara, but Sa and Pa is the widely established couplet for Achala Swara. So the rest of the notes, Re, Ga, Ma, Dha and Ni, are in the categories of Chala Swara, which means these notes can move from their position of Shuddhaness to a frequency that is either lower or higher depending on the innate property of the Swara. Now let's come to the other Swara, which is the Vikrut Swara. Now Vikrut Swaras are frequencies of Swara that are in between Shuddha Swaras. The Chala Swara either drop from their Shuddha position to go to a lower frequency or they rise to a higher frequency step. If the Swara lowers itself, it is called a Komal Swara. And if the Swara rises from its Shuddha position, it is called a Tivra Swara. So let me explain with the help of the flute so that you can visualize it. Now this is the position of the Sa, which is 3 holes closed. Holes 1, 2 and 3 closed is the Sa. And Re is played with 2 holes closed, which is hole number 1 and 2 closed. We have established a few things, which is Sa is an Achala Swara and Re is the Chala Swara. And there is a note in between Sa and Re. So Re basically comes down from its position to form the Komal Re, which is done by holes 1, 2 and half of the third closed. Let me play it and show the difference between the Shuddha Re and the Komal Re. You will get the difference. Sa and Shuddha Re. See the difference? The Komal Swara are basically distinguished by an underline to the note while reading it. So now let's go to the next note, which is between Shuddha Re and Shuddha Ga. Re doesn't rise from its position of Shuddha, it actually goes down. We have already established that. So Ga needs to come down from its position of Shuddha to Komal. So in order to play Komal Ga, which is between Shuddha Re and Shuddha Ga, You just lift your middle finger to open a little less than half of the hole. So this is the Komal Ga. This is the Shuddha Ga. And the Komal Ga. See the melancholic feeling of the Komal Ga. Now if you remember that the Shuddha Ma is already a half note. So there is no note between the Shuddha Gandhar and the Shuddha Madhyam. But the Shuddha Madhyam rises from its position to fully open holes and becomes the Tivra Ma. The Tivra Ma is denoted by a vertical line on top of the note. This is how the Tivra Ma sounds. This is the Shuddha Ma. Shuddha Ma. See the difference? Now let's go to the next note. Now Pa is an established Achala Swara. So the note between Pa and Dha has to be the Komal Dha. You must have already guessed it. It is played by closing holes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the sixth one half. This is the Komal Dha. And this is the Shuddha Dha. See the difference? Now let us come to the final note, which is the Komal Ni, which is between the Shuddha Ni and the Shuddha Dha. Now Dha has already gone Komal, so Ni is the note that will come down from Shuddha to Komal. It is between holes 4 and 5. So holes 1, 2, 3, 4 closed and hole number 5 will be closed half. This is Komal Ni. This is how Komal Ni sounds. This is how the Shuddha Ni sounds. See the difference? Hence you can say that there are 7 Shuddha Swara and 5 Vikrut Swara, making a total of 12 Swara. And this is how they sound when they are played in order. Now let us go to the next topic, which addresses the set of 12 notes, the Saptak. The Saptak can be defined as the entire range of 7 notes along with the Sa. Let me explain. This set of notes includes the Shuddha Swara as well as Vikrut Swara. So, with the starting note as Sa, it is called the Sa of the Madhya Saptak, which ends at the Shuddha Ni relative to the Madhya Sa. As soon as we go higher than the Shuddha Ni, we reach the Sa which is higher to the Madhya Sa, which is called the Tar Shadja or Tar Sa. The Saptak that arises out of the Tar Shadja is called the Tar Saptak. Similarly, when we go lower than the Madhya Sa, which is Ni, Dha and Pa, it is the lower notes are relative to the lower Sa. They arise from the lower Sa and they are called the Mandra Swara, arising from the Mandra Shadja, making up the Mandra Saptaka. The Mandra Saptaka is denoted with a dot under the note, whereas the Tar Saptaka is denoted with a dot above the note. So this range this is the Madhya Saptaka. Now, as soon as you go above this, it becomes Tara Sadja. And this is, from this note arises the Tara Saptaka. So, these are the notes of the Tara Saptaka that you can play on the flute with the techniques that have already been taught to you. You can play the notes above the Panchama, the Tara Panchama, but that is for the expert level. For now, we will stick to the notes till Panchama. And similarly, on the lower end, from Sa, as you go lower, these are the notes that can be played of the Mandra Saptaka on your flute. You can go lower from the Panchama to reach even the lower Gandhara or Mandra Gandhara. But that again is a technique that shall be taught to the experts. As beginners, we will stick until the Panchama. So the entire scale of the flute would be So this was all about the types of Swara in Saptak. Let me summarize it for you. There are two types of Swara, the Shuddha Swara and the Vikrut Swara. Now there are two more types of Shuddha Swara, that is Achala Swara and Chala Swara. Sa and Pa are the universally accepted Achala Shuddha Swara. Re, Ga, Ma, Dha and Ni are the Chala Shuddha Swaras. Now there are two types of Vikrut Swara, Komal Swara and Tivra Swara. The Swara that get down from their Shuddha position are called Komal Swara. They are Re, Ga, Dha and Ni. The Swara that rise up from their Shuddha position are called the Tivra Swara. There is only one Tivra Swara, which is the Tivra Madhyama. The natural Sa of the flute is called the Madhya Chadja. And all the notes from the Sa till the Ni are called the Madhya Saptaka. The notes above the Madhya Ni are in the Tar Saptaka, and the notes below the Madhya Shadja are in the Mandra Saptaka, and they are called the Mandra Swara. The Komal Swaras are written with a underline below the note, whereas the Tivra Swara, Madhyam, is written with a vertical line on top of the note. The Mandra Swara are written with a dot below the note, while a dot above the note indicates that it is a Tar Swara. This is as per the Bhatkande Lipi. And with that, we have come to the end of the video. Making these videos requires time, effort, and money. If you wish to support me in this journey, and if you're enjoying the content that I make, and you're enjoying the process of learning, I would request you to consider supporting me through memberships on Patreon. Now, Patreon members get exclusive benefits like a monthly Google Meet session. They also get a lot of notations and the transcripts to the videos and even the finger positions and a lot of other benefits. If you do not wish to support me through memberships, you can consider making me a one-time contributions through any of these methods. I'm also on PayPal, so you can consider making me a donation through PayPal too. Or else, you can just like the video, subscribe to my channel, make sure you leave a comment below so that I can address it, and please make sure that you share it with someone who is learning the flute. It will definitely benefit them. Thank you so much and happy learning. Happy practicing, and the silent flautist signing off for now.